Hey, this is MassX with a brand new Yu Yu Hakusho video for, of course, Yu Yu Hakusho Slugfest. And we have our updated tier list, let's call it for December 2025. We didn't have a lot of new characters. Also, too, I am going to be traveling right before I record this, so this is probably not going to be as long as some of the other ones. And I also went with a new theory for putting these tier lists together. I am going to separate the SP characters from the other characters when we do this tier list, try something new. In addition to that, for all you people out there, as I always say when I do tier lists, it's completely subjective. Some people will agree, some people will don't. But if you disagree, instead of saying things that are nasty, why don't you? Because every time somebody says something like that, I say, then provide me your tier list. I will gladly post it and we can cover it and see what people think. And not once has anybody bothered to do that. So I'm calling you out. It's the end of the year. Let's see what everybody's got. Let's see what everybody thinks when it comes to this game and how you would rank these characters. But with that aside, let's jump in because I don't have a lot of time. So we are going to first focus on the SP characters. Not a lot of changes here for the most part, but you know, I can't move Botan. The character, to me, support characters are always the best characters in any game because of their legs, their longevity, the ability to hold out and do so much good for a team. And Botan is just, you know, the fact that at 1 star she does so much. And from there, she just gets absolutely nuts. Of course, we have our OG Yusuke, son of the battle god, up there. Still a great character. The fact that everybody probably has him out, everybody's been able to level him up, and he's so good, especially once you get him maxed. Just a great character, ease to get, goes a long way too. But again, next to Yusuke is, of course, Mikuro. Everybody knows how much I love this character. I still think the character is top tier all the way around, from its adjustments on the battlefield to the damage it can do. Just a really good character. Now we have a new one up there, but it's going to have an asterisk next to it, and let me explain why. That is, of course, our latest character at this point, at least, the Hiei Battle for Demon World's Unification. Now, I say an asterisk with this character for one thing. This character is the top of the echeloning characters in this game at 5, fully maxed. If this character is not, I would drop it to the middle SSSP tier for 3 stars. And for 1 star, I would be in between S and SS. The character is an absolute beast when it's full. It is crazy. I have watched this character, when it goes off correctly, literally take out an entire team, period. I think I even had some of that video previously when I was showing this character. And these were not chintz teams. And they had Botan on the field. That's my point. The character is just crazy. But it is only ranked this high if it is fully maxed. If it's not, it drops a tier at that 3 star. And at 1, it's in between S and SS. So I want to make that clear so nobody thinks this character is a must grab with no stars on it. Now, next and that rounds out the SSS tier. To me, there's nobody else I'd put up there. But there's some that are close, and one of those is, and I talked about this character previously, was Coco. The more I use this character, the more I love this character. Character is really good. Crazy what it can do, especially on the PvP side of things. I find, less usefulness in the PvE side, but in PvP, the character is absolutely just busted and a lot of fun to play. So to me, it's there. I'm still not going to go SSS, but it is a damn good character. And if it's a character you've been considering building now, if you've been playing the game for a while, it now can start to branch out from your core characters, you won't be disappointed with this character. The next one is another one that I know people will disagree with me about and think it should be higher. I don't personally, that's just me. And that's, of course, our Sacred Energy Armor Shinobu Sensui. Phenomenal character, great character, but I just don't feel it should be in SSS. It's a great character though, and lots of fun to play. Next is one that was about in the same spot last time, and that was, of course, our sports festival, Kuwabara. Just a really solid character I've talked about before. I have videos. Any of these characters, you can pull up prior videos breaking them down and all that, so I'm not going to waste everybody's time. But what this character does for your team is great. He's not going to be your powerhouse, but he does. His toolkit helps and benefits your team so much. A character that I'm growing to love more and more every month that I've had it is our Halloween Kurama. This character is just fun to play. It's just fun to play, period. And if you got it, you probably understand why. Everything from how it targets the enemy with the highest attack, the conversion, the primal, it just does a lot, and it's fun. It's a little different than most of the characters that we have out there, so it has some unique gameplay to it and is very effective. Next up is Tetsuzan. This is a character that, to me, marrying on how you build it with the team, it could be way up on the SSSP tier or it could be down lower, but there's no knocking. The character is very good, and with a well-built team can do a lot for you. Next is we have our OG Genkai, and she's just freaking awesome. She's great. She will assist your team and does crazy good damage. Kind of like who we have next, another OG character when the game came out, and that's of course our Kurama. The Yoko version, very good. You know, most people have the character, you already know, and just gets better the higher up and the more investment you give it. Next is, of course, Ryzen, who I still think is an amazing character, and sometimes I teeter on putting it much higher. It's just crazy. But I can tell you now, I still use the character, so that says a lot. Having this full library of SP characters now, where you're limited to 3 a team, and for some reason he always finds his way in to so many of my comps. So that says a lot for the character. Next is Kurama, Advisor of the Demon World. I know a lot of people really like this character a lot. I just haven't spent enough time with the character. I've used it, but I've just had so much fun with, of course, with the newest EA that we have, and messing around with team comps with the Halloween Kurama and some other things I've been trying to work out, where I'm making teams that are only that include no SP characters in them. I want a completely viable and fully built non-SP team to just have fun with, and so I haven't had the time to really work on a comp that I'm crazy for. But with time I've played with the character, it's a solid character and I like it, but I just haven't given it the love it needs, so I can't really rate it any higher because it's not drawing me in, at least. And even though it can be very effective, it does have a lot of hurdles you have to take care of to make it work effectively because of the artifacts with it. Next up, we have our OG Kuwabara and OG Hiei, both solid characters, easy to build now. Most people probably have them, that's why. They can do a lot. They're not going to blow your mind, but they are solid, good characters. And at the last tier for the SP characters, I have Younger Toguro there first. one of the original characters in the game too. A character I absolutely love and I use in some specific team comps with him. I know a lot of people think he's slow. I know a lot of people think he's clunky, but he's a ramping unit. That's what he's supposed to do. And put him around with the right players and he just starts doing monster damage come turn 3 and 4 and 5, which is crazy and can do really good, but you gotta set him up properly. I definitely think he pairs amazing with, of course, the SP Genkai that we talked about before, and the two tandem of them alone can do a lot. And then rounding it out, you're gonna see, I know a lot of people don't like that I put Enki there. I'm sorry, Enki's a one-trick pony. That's why. It's not that the character's bad, but there's really only one efficient team comp with him. And that's where I see the problem with him. The one that really still bugs me to this day right now is, of course, our newest Yusuke. And that really does bug me. His version for Battle for Demon World's unification, not like Hiei's version. I just don't get it. It's fine, but if you compare this character to the Hiei one that came out after, it's not even close. It's not even close. So I tried all different comps, tried different things I thought would really showcase the character, and just doesn't do it for me. So character is just going to be down there. Enki and him can sit and talk. I'm just not happy with that for a release on a character, and I've thought they've done a very good job the last 2 months. And this one, I think they just missed the boat on. But that kind of wraps up our SP characters here. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at the non-SP. Now, the non-SP, they're probably not going to shock a lot of people. And I know a lot of people have opinions with these. We're not going to go through them. I can't even believe I've babbled this long and I'm kind of running against the clock right now. But kind of similarly, we have our top tier, the SSS tier. And you're not going to see a shocker there with the Doctor and Sasuga and Rinku. Just those three fully built up. If you're able to put on them their exclusives on top of it, they just are crazy good. Those three with the proper 3 SP formation is just going to allow you to do so much in the game, be competitive in PvP, etc. They are hands down your priority in this game of building. Then it starts to get interesting because then you've got preferences, okay, and what people like and what they don't. And for me, of course, you've got both Hiei's the Demon Realm Outlaw as well as the Hiei Dark Flame. Again, they're maximized with exclusives, of course. But yeah, between the turn 2 on the one and on the other one with the skill points, if you've got the exclusives, they're both just absolutely phenomenal. And that really plays right in the hand with Jin. Jin is just amazing, and Jin's stock has gone up a lot with me right now because of the new SP Hiei that I was just talking about. Their 1-2 punch with Jin's cleanup after that is just crazy. Again, Jin is fully maximized with that exclusive, and it's just crazy good. There's not a lot of other changes in here. I know I moved Koema up. I see a lot of people taking advantage of this character more. It's a solid character. I don't use Koema a lot, but again, I can respect and see where there's changes and what I see people playing. And from there, it's just most of the characters here, if they're in the SSS or SS area, to me, those are ones that I personally use all the time in team comps, all the time, except for the Koema. I use Koema very little anymore, but I see so many using that character. I decided to give it a bump up. The S area of this are all characters that can really help your team out, but to me aren't absolute necessities. It's going to matter on the team builds you're building. Same with A. B and C, I know a lot of people don't agree with some of my choices in B and C. For me, I used to use Sato a lot early on and thought it was a good character early on in the game. Problem is, I can't find any of my team comps anymore that can use Sato effectively, and I find Sato to be more of an issue than a character that is going to bolster the team builds I personally use right now. And that kind of also goes with the Sensui that you see next to it in B. Same deal. Character has some pluses, but the longer you play the game, the more characters you build up. Certain ones just keep falling down, and that's what my B and C tiers are. Those are characters that I just don't use, or if I used them before, the time now has come where I'm just not finding them to be the right pieces to the puzzle anymore. And that kind of goes hand in hand with A also to a certain degree, because I do know a lot of people do take advantage of and use Karasu. And I like Karasu, but it's, again, I just don't find needs in the team builds I do anymore. So when I'm building these tier lists, a lot of this is off, of course, my gameplay, what I'm building, as well as what I'm seeing and when I talk to people. But so I can respect what Karasu can do, but I don't use the character hardly anymore, so it doesn't have as much value, and that's kind of where that one goes. Where the polar opposite of someone like Botan, that's why it's Botan with her exclusive is amazing, is an incredibly good non-SP character that I think a lot of people don't take advantage of. And still to this day too, I think, you know, you cannot discount those Hieis as well as the Genkai. The Genkai is absolutely amazing. That's why it's in the SS tier for what it can give you. Any characters that can give true control consistently, to me, are always major pluses. But that's going to wrap it up. I'm a little too long-winded on this one, which I was trying not to be. So that's going to wrap it up. I don't know who we're going to get for the rest of the year. There's only, 3 weeks left or so. I'm still guessing we are going to see Yomi at some point, or maybe they hold off on Yomi and maybe they go with those characters I showed in the prior video over the holidays. Who knows? At this point, we haven't heard much. The biggest news of all, of course, was the mergers. I was thinking about doing a separate video on that, but I really wanted to see how everything settled in. But just know, even if you weren't part of the initial cross-server merges, at least we know now that they will be doing them, and at least the earlier servers got the first taste of it. And I gotta say, I could complain a lot about it, but I'm not going to, because at least they're trying, and that's all I can ask for. And I think they've done a decent job so far, but I want to see when it all settles in the next few days, where everything is, and I'll probably circle around and do a video at that point once we get past the initial changes and everything settles in and we can see how effective it really was. So with that, as always, please like and subscribe. It helps a lot. Have a great day.